Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another Girls Frontline reaction. I am no longer sick like I was in the last video, and much like the last video, I was talking about Shark and Sea and how I didn't get to that one, and that's what we're doing today. So really no other details to go on there, and I'll just get right into it. So without further ado, let's go! Ooh. Big atmosphere. Okay. Going the cinematic route hardcore on this one. Ooh. Ooh. Lots of dissonance in that. Oh. Yeah. Hell yeah. I love it when they do that. It tells me so much about the scenario everyone's in. The mood is palpable in moments like that. Ooh. Just that deep cello resonance there. Ooh. God, I don't think they could have gotten this more cinematic than they have. From the key they're in, to the progressions they're using, the way that the song is just structured feels very trailer, you know? Keeping this vibe that's kind of reminding me of like a reconnaissance mission of some sort, like a stealth mission, Metal Gear style, you know? Could very well be the situation they're in. If this group of people right here is some sort of task force, which would totally make sense. That moments like this, they put a little bit of humanity into it, and then it gets right back into the action. It really lets itself talk. It doesn't just yell at you. I'm really liking this. Some of the texture of the strings in there, just like the rhythmic side of that, is kind of reminding me a little bit of like the Black Ops soundtrack, like Call of Duty. It's very much that energy. Just in case you were wondering or concerned I didn't hear it, yes, I did hear the Mythoclast like motif in there. That was really neat to hear, but I didn't want to like harp on that. I wanted to focus more on the changes made in this song, because Mythoclast was a lot more aggressive in its message. The overall sound of it was just much more attacking compared to this one. This one felt felt much more stealthy. So I feel like this motif might be shared by multiple people in this group we saw on the picture for this one, where like everybody has their own rendition of that motif and it's shared between all of them as a group. And that's pretty common to do, but it's always fun to hear the variety in personality in each one. Like the last one, like I said, a lot more attacking, it had more energy to it. This one felt a lot more like a stealth mission version, like you're all trying to be covert and careful. Like the person whose theme this isn't nearly as just like gung-ho as the other one was. And that totally makes sense because obviously every person on a team will have their own personality and their own way of doing things, and showing that individuality is always really cool. And how I love that they tie motifs together by utilizing those differences in personality and just showcasing who they are as a person in their different versions. Another difference between the other one and this one was just the resonance of it. This one had a lot more work with the strings and a lot more of that, like it was a constant kind of chug going with that guitar, that texture I was talking about at the end. I like that they include that because it definitely feels like there's still a tension in there. Like this person isn't taking it not seriously, or they're adding attention because there is a constant threat of being discovered or something. It's a great approach for stealth music in general, but especially that resonance in the strings, the cello, like I had mentioned in there as well, that just had this really nice open body on the end. Like it was kind of jumping between a low and a high, just a straight pull on the string, and that is a beautiful, beautiful sound to put in there. It almost adds a beautification to this. Like they're stealthy and there's a beauty in that, like a master assassin sort of thing. And of course the overall cinematic energy that this one just oozed was perfect, and it adds to that as well. You kind of get this Mission Impossible feel to it, and I really like that when it's included in music, just because the overall tone is so synonymous with like spy work and being careful, but also constantly trying to fight the clock, and it makes it work really well for certain character types. And while I of course don't know what character has this, how their personality is, that's kind of the point of a theme, isn't it? Like your whole idea behind a theme is to reflect the character. I've talked about that numerous times on this channel for many different games, and a lot of them definitely hire people who understand that. There are a few exceptions to that. There are some times where I'll hear songs that like the character just does not match the theme at all, and there might be a point to like, okay, maybe the juxtaposition is the point, but sometimes you just can't help but shake the feeling that they just hired somebody who didn't know what they were supposed to be writing, and it just resulted in a bad song. But I don't think that's really the case here, because I do have a little bit of experience. The picture on the screen, the first season of the anime, I watched the majority of it. I don't think I ever finished it, but that gives me at least an idea of what this world is supposed to feel like and the challenges they face on a regular basis, and this totally fits with that. You could slide this easily into the anime OST, for example, at most times, and it would probably have fit just fine. I think episode 1 had like started with a stealth mission, and this would have just slid right in there perfectly, and while it may not have been that character, it definitely fits that mood, so they did a great job here. And I bet you thought I forgot about that dissonance in the vocals. I did not. That is beautiful. I love that they included that as well. It helps with that cinematic energy a little bit, but mostly what that does is add more tension. It adds more of that suspense to the whole overall vibe. When you go into the tension that hard, when you have these notes that are perfectly crushing against each other that just do not belong, you suddenly start wondering, is the bad guy like actively aware of their situation, or is it like a moment where somebody's like checking the cameras and they see you and the whole tide is turned? It doesn't necessarily resolve the tension in any way. It adds more, and it makes you kind of wonder what could be around the corner. It's little details like that that make songs like this feel more unique compared to the other cinematic spy-esque sort of sounds that we hear in other media. That sort of approach isn't as common, and when they do it, it makes you go, ooh, wait a minute, okay, that's a unique approach. Sure, you'll get vocals and other stuff as well, but when they do that whole dissonance spread and you just crush everybody together and you don't let them have any time to resolve, you go, oh my god, okay, there's more to this story than I would have expected. So it adds a bigger question mark to the overall story you're already trying to piece together, and you really don't know where it's going to end up, so I adore that sort of thing. But I think I've yapped enough, so I am going to end it here. Thank you all so very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want me to get to another song from Girls Frontline, by all means drop it in the comments below and I will do my best to get to it as always. And of course, if you just like this video and you want to follow me and support me for more stuff in the future, you know how to do all that. And I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye!